Hey up YouTube, Tutor UK, welcome back. Welcome to the Blast Furnace, welcome to Tales from the Boot, welcome to the pickups, channel update and everything out. It's all in one. This is going to be probably two-parter. Sweat is pissing into my eyes as we speak. It is absolutely... I can't believe how it is. We're at 35.9. You can't, there's a big fan there, look, for the little wandering. Look, I have got a massive fan, I can't put it on. I've got a little desk fan there. If I put that big fan on, you won't hear a word I'm saying. The sweat's pissing into my eyes. The door's open, the wife's in the garden sunbathing. If the door was shut, it would easily go up 10 degrees in here. I've got the window open as well. It's a hot one. It's a hot one. We're on the big buds. Big bud. Big bird, chase me! Chase me. I can't not wipe my eyes. I do apologise, everybody. So, what have we got? Stinking on. We've got Leeds Super Retro Games Fair. We've got Doncaster Video Game Market. We've got a bit of chat about Arcade Club. Tales from the Booter. Did alright at the Booter today. So. Yeah, it's all going off. It's all going off. It's all going off. Start at the beginning. Good place. There's any to start, I suppose, isn't it? Leeds Retro Market. Bit of a lastminute.com. Look at me. Look at me. Lastminute.com. Mate Rob. Fancy going installing out Leeds. We haven't installed out Leeds before. Thought, why not? Let's give it a whirl. Long and short of it is, it wasn't that great, to be honest. But that's by the by. We tried it, and it obviously just didn't fly. Didn't really fly for us. Maybe it's just the merch we had. I don't know. Maybe it's a bad day. It was. We did okay. It wasn't great. I think that's probably the better to sum up. Met a few people. Obviously met people I know from before. One lady, I can't remember, she bought 3 PlayStation 1 games off me, so she sort of recognised me. Said hello. Say hello down there. I didn't catch your name actually, so I do apologise. I should have asked your name. Looking down here, I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anybody else that sort of, from the tubes, other than the usual crowd. I'm not going to go through all them names because I'm going to forget somebody, and it's way too hot and my brain's literally frazzled. But we've got some good shit. Look at the camera, Stu. I'm looking down because the sweat keeps going into my eyes. It stings. Where I want to set down because I've had to rejig the room around. The sweat's just been pissing out of me. So anyway, I was stalling out with Rob and me were stalling out. Dana was there, Danester, 86, 83, 81. Lewis Wishwash stalling out. Matt Solfunk Retro was stalling out. So there's a couple of us stalling out. There wasn't many tubers came to visit. CraigsHereAgain and Minx36. More about them later. There was obviously because you know this anyway, but I did mention it, but we went to Arcade Club afterwards, so I'll talk about that separately because that's sort of nothing really to do with the market per se. And what did we get? We got some stuff, clearly, because that's what we're talking about. Shit, it's a terrible video. Switch off now. From my mate Lewis Wishwash. I think, God, it might have been the last Doncaster one before. I give him some manuals for a couple of Dreamcast games. He's very kindly gave me a couple of empty Jaguar boxes. Doom and Iron Soldier. He seems to think I picked Doom up. I think, Lewis, I meant to say to you today, I think it's on the 32X. I don't think I've got the Jag version, but this will obviously drive me. It will empower, I don't know what word I'm looking for, encourage me, that's the word, to get a cartridge. And obviously, I think you can probably get third-party trays for them anyway, can't you? And then we just get on to the next bit. No, actually, no, I've got some of the bits, 2 of the games I've got, and 2 of the things there. I've got a great deal on these 2 games for the Mega Drive. Guy had this one for $5, and then this one was like in a bundle, and I just sort of said to myself, because there's only 2 that I needed. I said, oh, are these with that? He went, no, I can sell it separate if you want. So what would you take for this one and this one? So the first one I picked up was a £5. It had all like pen on it and I don't know, like chocolate or whatever it might be, something gross. It cleaned up really nice, to be honest. Yeah, the £5 on that one, and obviously he goes, oh well, £6 for the pair, and I was like, yeah, okay. So the one that he has for a £5 is John Madden American Football, which you'll think it's a sports title. What are you paying a £5 to? Trust me, that's fucking good price. So it had all like gunk and marks, even on the cartridge it had stuff. I don't know if it's just like crayon. It's all cleaned up great with the manual and stuff. Yeah, you have a look, see how much John Madden is. It ain't cheap. It's not like, it's not a £1 game. It's like a £2 game. No such thing exists anymore. Yeah, so John Madden, he had a £5 run, and then he had this in a pack that he was selling with the machine, and I sort of, obviously as I mentioned, would sell that with it. So yeah, £6. So basically £3 each, maybe, if you want to look at it that way. Speedball 2, one that's evaded me for the longest time, to be honest, and this is in great condition. So it's like, yeah. Now if you don't know Speedball 2, get off. As Bit Ed would say, get off my show. Yeah, ice cream. Yes, honestly, I was well chuffed with them. Worth going just to pick them 2 up. Across the way from us, because we were shoehorned into a corner, they bought a few bits off me. Was it before or after I grabbed bits? I think it might have been after. Because then he said, oh, we could have done a trade. But I mean, I paid a tenner for these 2. I think he bought something off me for like, ended up being £7. But I don't mind. You know, I was happy to pay the tenner for these. So, who picked this? Someone picked one of these up, or both of them. I knew it was Razzmatazz Raz. He picked one of these up. I thought, bollocks, I ain't got them. And it's nothing amazing. It's one of these little nuances that the Wii you know, did back then, especially like the, you know, sort of weird and wonderful. Not even with the limited editions, I don't know, but they are the Mario Bros. New Super Mario Bros. Tin and Mario Galaxy 2 tin. Now, did they do a Mario Galaxy 1 tin? I thought it was just those 2 that would come in the tin, you know, the mini box tin. So, yeah, because what he had, God, sweats my mind. He had that one on its own. He said the £5, and that one had the game in it. So I said to him, oh well, we should take the game out and sell a tin. I said, like, you know, £5 for that one as well. So I think he just saw it as a tenner, so he was quite happy, and I was quite happy. So yeah, 2 tins, £5 each. I still think that's a good buy. I'm a bit loath to show these at this point, because I might just bundle all this, because they're all from the same guy, and I think I'm going to leave it till the end. So I procured some items off a certain tuber, world renowned banana box fucking maestro, and it's gold. It is absolute fucking 24 carat fucking platinum diamond encrusted gold. So I am really tempted just to leave them and do it all at the end, because obviously we went to Doncaster Saturday, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Well, obviously now, because that's what we're rolling into it. But I'll just wrap up with Leeds first. So yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute. So yeah, in terms of Leeds then, I say it was alright. It wasn't, I don't think it was as good as Doncaster, personally. I've only ever been to Leeds as a buyer. You know, tend to go in, get what I want, and then go and sit in the bar and chat to the lads. I don't really spend any time in the hall, essentially. So I've never really experienced it as a seller. I just think in comparison, it's not as yeah, I didn't do as well. Rob didn't do as well. A lot of people didn't do as well. I say I don't know if it was just, excuse me, a bad day or what. I don't know, but we tried it, and I just don't think it's for us really. So after Leeds, we shot over to Arcade Club in Bury. It's Bury. I always get that mixed up. I don't know why. Bury in Manchester. For Mr. Retro Nintendo Arcade Dave and his birthday. But there was a lot of tubers there, a lot of lads, a lot of the group. I'm not going to name names. If you were there, you know it was a really fucking good night, an absolute top night. Daz was there, Daz Kojo. He didn't come to Leeds, but he said to me, "Stu, you've got to come and play this game. I've got a picture. I'll try and put the picture in here. You can't really see it. What I'll probably do is try and Google a picture as well. But this is the machine in the arcade." And if I can find a picture of what it looks like, because it's dark in there obviously, but if I can find a picture of what it looks like, it's here. So yeah, basically you just flip the table. So it's, what a flipping awesome night. And like anything that involves like a strength test or anything, bit like fucking ice cold beer that Dave and the whatnot play, it becomes, you know, some sort of like testosterone fueled fucking challenge to beat everybody. So yeah, you just flip this table, you just whack it up, and then we were trying all sorts of techniques and all kinds of shit, and then Craig come along, little minx. I'm not going to say what Rob said about minx, but yeah, he smashed the record. And then Rob, because we were all, first time I'd played, first time we'd all played except for Daz, and then Rob did it, and he beat Craig. It was just like, he goes, I didn't do anything different than the first time, Stu. But it was just a great laugh, really good laugh. I had an absolute blast on Robotron 2049, got my best score ever. So yeah, it's a really good night. A shame it closed at 11, to be honest, because I was raring to go, especially having stalled out at Leeds. I thought I'd be absolutely knackered, but it was good. It was a really good night. Obviously, Dave had a good night for his well, birthday weekend. So yeah, like I say, nice to meet all the lads and have the crack. So yeah, so that was last week. So yesterday, today's Sunday, yesterday it was Doncaster, so the video game market. Weren't stalling out, weren't even going to go after, because I think Craig's here again, was sort of saying, oh, first time he stalled out, so I was giving him some help. I've been giving him sort of, you know, we've been chatting about it for a couple of weeks now. And Rob sort of says, oh no, I don't fancy going. We've, you know, spent some time with the missus this week, so we've been away obviously for Leeds, so that's fine, mate, no problem. And I think it got to like midweek, and he went, "Oh, do you fancy going?" I was like, "Yeah, okay, we'll go." I mean, I didn't, you know, didn't really plan for it, so I had nothing put by, you know, in terms of funds or anything like that. And like I say, I didn't do that well at Leeds anyway, so there wasn't a great deal of left on top after I bought some stuff off a certain tuber. But I was speaking to Dana. Speaking to, obviously, Craig's here again, and Dana sort of said, oh, Rich is good, and Rich King Retro was stalling. There's quite a few people stalling out. Kieran Game Boys are awesome. So Craig's here again. Dana was helping Ant from Retro Gear, Ant Harper, and obviously me being me, I was trying to get an early bird ticket, you know, sort of get in early. And I sort of said to Rich, said that to Dana. Dana said, oh, Rich is going, he's on his own. Rich has got spare tickets, so obviously he must be on his own. I sort of messaged Rich, sort of said, oh, I didn't fucking know you were on your own, I thought you were a good kid. He goes, no, he can't come. So I said to him, look, I've got this thing for you anyway, you can have that if you want to do a trade for your spare wristband. He was like, yeah, sound, mate. I said, look, I'll tell you what, I'll come up a bit early-ish. I'll get you setting up, and, you know, if you want to go for the toilet or whatever, then I can cover the stall, this, that and the other. And then I'll tell you, well, why don't you bring a little box of stuff, you stick it on the stall. So, yeah, many thanks to Rich. Didn't have to do that, but I've told this story to everybody. I bought just a little tub of stuff that I had at Leeds, you know, a few places who won games, a few odds and sods, and I sold I made a quarter of the money out of one little box than I did in half a van full of stuff at Leeds. So hence why Leeds probably won't be we won't be stalling out there again. Doncaster wasn't even all that busy. It was busy enough, but it wasn't as you know, bad, but as good, if you like, as it's been in the past. So yeah, it just made me think, yeah, you know what, we tried Leeds and it worked for us. I think Doncaster's where it's at. Yeah, so like I say, basically helping Rich run his stall, essentially. We had a good crack. It was nice to sort of spend, you know, a day chatting to Rich, because he hasn't been to many of the events. He even said it, because I don't fucking get to any of the events anymore, any of the expos. So it was good to have a good tune. I had a laugh. Speak to Dana and Ant, who was behind us, and then Craig's here again was on the other side and Rob. So Craig let Rob put some stuff on his stall, so I kind of divvied it up a little bit, and it worked out really well. Yeah, it was a really good, enjoyable day. So me and Rob were sort of like the lackeys, if you like, which was fine. You know, helped a few of the lads set up with the boxes and helped to pack away. And I think it worked quite well, to be honest. Yeah, and fucking got more stuff, but more. Fucking mental. Seen a few people, again, usual faces. Matt was there. Matt's off Retro's on his own. And he seemed to be. I sent him a message. So he seemed to be in his element. He's just on his own. He's just doing his own thing, and you know, he seemed really content, just, you know, chilling out and enjoying the event. And the show, because that's the thing. You know, with a lot of these ones, especially Doncaster, I've never really been as a buyer. Even though I was sort of helping Rich with his store, it wasn't really my store, so the pressure was off a little bit. I mean, I had a handful of like PlayStation games and stuff, so it was quite nice. I think Matt can sort of appreciate that as well, you know, because when it's your store, it's your stuff. It's a lot different. It's a lot different event. And there was a chap who recognised me, Dan the man. I don't think he bought anything. Dan, you didn't buy anything from my store. He definitely bought something from Craig's store because I was there when he bought them. But yeah, and always nice to, you know, see people, say hello to them. There's another chap who gave, well, gave us, but I'd let Rich have it. Gave us a bag of stuff. I can't remember what his name was. Smallish chap, you know, in height. He gave him some sort of like Magic the Gathering cards and a bag of stuff. So yeah, nice to meet you. And he was there with his missus, so it was nice to meet them. So I didn't catch his name. I mentioned Kieran's game also. No, it's nice to see Kieran again. So I've got some bits. I've got some bits and bats from Doncaster. Quite a lot. Now, where's some other things that I've got first? So now, when Rob said, "Oh yeah, we'll go to Doncaster," I was hoping that these hadn't been sold. If I can find them. Come on, you stupid boy. Yeah, they're here. Right. I've got it in some sort of semblance of order, honestly. So, there's a chap, hopefully he's watching it, Paul Astley. He had quite a substantial sort of Sega / Mega Drive collection. Been trying to sell it up now for a while. Yeah, he's kind of getting out of it, or fell out of love with it, in his own words. And I say he's listed it on Galaxy, Sega and probably Retro Ram a few times. It ain't cheap, you know. He wants the bundle deal. He wants the cash, as in, you know, lump sum. And there was a few people messaged him trying to sort of haggle a deal. Andy Brown, Console Passion, Mr. Brown, who runs retro events, replay events rather. He sort of said, "Oh, I'm interested. I'm not too far from you." Yeah, and then it ended up they transpired. They did the deal. You could sort of see it on the page, because that's how it has to work. Everything has to be transparent in terms of any deals done. So I knew that Andy had, you know, bought Paul's collection. But obviously Paul had put pictures on, and there was a few games in there that I wanted. And, you know, everyone was sort of like, he's like, "I'm not splitting in it, guys. I want to sell the lot." And I was like, and you know, that's fair enough. And I thought, well, Andy's bought them. I'm hoping that they're going to be on his store. And I didn't know how quickly Andy could turn the stock round, but once I sort of helped Rich set up, Ant set up, I think Craig had been doing, because Craig lives not far from Doncaster anyway. I thought, well, I'm going to head over to Console Passion, see if they've got these games and see how much they are. And he did have them, thank God. So from Mr. Brown, Andy Brown, Console Passion, from Paul Astley via Andy Brown, Console Passion, I managed to bag these two. I haven't seen these at any events. And the ones on eBay are quite hit and miss. A lot of them are missing the manuals. They did say they're both complete. He did say they were both complete. Yeah, it's complete. It's alright, you know, sometimes when you feel, because they're both EA games, and sometimes the weight can be deceptive on the EA games. So yeah, both complete. I'm not going to open them up. They're not the sort of version that you would have bought when it was brand new. You can't even see that game. I don't know why I put that game on in the back. But for me, as a, you know, for a collection, it's fine. So these are basically missing two big encyclopedias. So we've got Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego. So it's like a quiz game. It's not point and click, it's a quiz. You have to find, you know, where Carmen Sandiego is. So with a tenner on that one, and obviously we've got the first one, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. Yeah, nice squiddlers out, and again it's pretty much the same thing, which is hidden somewhere in the world. So these usually come in a box with the big encyclopedias. Say usually, no, that's the exception. And if you do find the box, usually battered. 19 quid. Obviously, the way Andy works is it's a certain amount, and he does your deal. But I was quite happy with that, because that's about the going rate. So it's a going rate less than manuals online, so I was well happy. So they're not two games that you see too often. I don't see them anyway. So thank God the old grey matter was working, and I sort of was savvy enough to go over there and have butchers. One more game, which in hindsight I should have probably bought, but I had like limited funds because obviously I just had a little box of stuff with Rich. And based on what happened at Leeds, I wasn't expected to sell a lot. So, you know, I had my spends and that was it. So I was quite happy to get them. I said, the one might still be there next time, so I'll have a look. I think it's George Foreman's KO Boxing, I think it was. Again, a few of them weird ones, are sport ones, you know, everyone sort of thinks it's fodder, but they're tricky to get, man. Now let me just double check, because I don't want to miss anything. Because I think that is it. From everywhere else. Oh no, I'll tell you what else I've got. And it's just an update. It's not not any sort of new purchases. But Rob, my mate Rob, in Leeds, he'd acquired a Mega CD and he bought. He goes, I said, well, how come you got them? He goes, oh, fucked up. He goes, I thought they were fucking English, didn't I? They're American. I said, oh, I'd be interested in the cases. He went, well, just swap the case over and give us the games back. There were 2 sports games. He just wanted them to try the Mega CD out, but I say I've had the case off him, so many thanks, Rob. Honestly, do me a massive favour here. So I've managed to get 2 half-decent cases for Chuck Rock and CNC Music Factory. If you remember that one, to smash some smithereens. Chuck Rock was all cracked up there. It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't ideal. So yeah, my mate Rob looked after me. So again, huge thanks to Roberto. Really appreciate that one. What I'm saying, I've been speaking to Craig's Here Again. So he's been doing a lot of, and you'll probably see his videos. If you don't, he'll be linked down below. All the people I've mentioned will be linked down below. But Craig's got a collection that is that vast and eclectic and deep and I don't know, huge, that not even he knows what he's got. He's the Banana Box King of the North. And I think, you know, we were chatting about it, and he's come to sort of realisation he's not really appreciating the collection, and you can see from his videos, quite recent-ish ones, he's been getting his collection out, displaying it, so he's got a feel for it, he can appreciate it more, and obviously as part of that he's going, well look, I don't really need that. He's got duplicates, triplicates, fucking probably 20 versions of some games, you know. So he sort of, hence why he sort of started asking me about the events and Doncaster and stuff like that, because obviously he was thinking, you know, I should maybe do a stall. I've told him to do a stall for ages, right? This is nothing new. He's just obviously been a bit on the fence with it. So he took the plunge. So he came to Leeds anyway, and we chatted about this, that, and the other, because obviously as part of his sort of cull or his, you know, reduction or whatever, reorganisation, what do they call it? Refocus. It's refocus. He goes, I've got these games. I think it's either duplicates and or no longer want. I think he was shifting his focus. They're both similar platforms, one's cheaper than the other. I said, well, I'll be interested in them if you want to do it, you know, we'll do a deal, bring them to Leeds, and he did. So really, it did me an absolute cracking price. It's absolute ledge. So, without further ado, I'm going to name this segment Craig's Catalogue.
Does you does or does you don't take access? Does you does or does you don't take access?
So the reason why it's called Craig's Catalogue is because he's that much of a bastard, and the stuff that he's got, it's hard to explain. You know it's a good deal, you know you're going to struggle to see it out in the wild anywhere, and then he goes, look, take it, we'll put it on your tab, on the tick or whatever, and you can pay me such and such or whatever. And it makes it, it's like a fucking drug dealer. He makes it too easy. So hence why I've called this section Craig's Catalogue. It's almost like being K's Catalogue, you know, you pay it off weekly or whatever, you know, 10p a week or something stupid. But obviously it won't be 10p a week, but you get the idea. Because some of this stuff isn't cheap. Isn't cheap. And you have to have, you know, the fucking big stones to be able to just front up some of this money. Which I would have liked to have done off the back of Leeds. That didn't happen. Anyway, so there's 2 lots. So the first sort of stuff is what I've bought and paid for this. So I own it, thank God. I don't own my kidney or any fucking other vital organs. The other stuff, I bought half of it, and I'm in his back pocket for the other bit. So I'll do the bits that I've got from Leeds because it makes a bit more sense. I take the absolute fucking gold. These are. One thing, I haven't even opened it. It's still in the thing, so it could be a fake. No, it's not fake. This is the other thing, and it is absolute gold. So you might, and when you see this, you're probably thinking, you've already got that, Stu. I know you've already got that. Yes, I did. Well, I have, but it's not a legit one. This is a legit one. Again, you see it on Craig's video. Well, no point now, you can watch it here. And it's Captain Commando on the Super Famicom. So yeah, I got this in a weird sort of hybrid. The cart was knockoff, but the box and the manual's legit. Nowhere near in this kind of condition. So well happy. You know, this needs a protector. This will be protected. The protector. Yeah, lovely condition. So them that know, this isn't a cheap game. But I said the opportunity. Sometimes in life you've got to take the opportunities when they arise. Because if you don't, you're only gonna be annoyed by yourself. So I thought, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. I was just trying to find my other one. The one that's slightly battered, but I can't seem to see it. I'll find it and I'll show you it. Oh, actually, maybe I've got it here. No, that's Back to the Future. I'm a lie. Forget it. You've seen it on the previous video, if you've watched the video anyway. So yeah, we did a deal for Captain Commando. The other one he had, and he forgot to show these in the video, he put the link in the description. He didn't put the link, he put the description with the games in the description. Been a while, been a long time. Last one I bought game on this system was from my mate Minx 36 Craig, and that was Magician Lord. So yeah, you know what system it is. It is the mighty AES. It's a long time since I bought this one, and this is Samurai Showdown 3. Really happy to get this in the collection. I say Craig did an absolute fantastic price on it. I haven't got one of these. I don't know what they're called. The shock boxes, or they're called something else, aren't they? I think the original ones are called shock boxes. Prepare to boil alive. The wife's come back in. She can't handle the heat. She's been out less than an hour. The door's shut now. Let's just check. There you go, 35.9. The door's just literally just been shut. You see my face start to slide off. Back to the AES game. Samurai Showdown 3. I can't remember if they're shock boxes or not, but they are slightly different to the first. Maybe it's just a different version of the box. They're probably called something different. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And again, the slight change with the manuals, because they're sort of like more CD sized. And still got that smell. I was talking about the smells of AES games yesterday at the show, but I do like these ones. Just clicks in. Yeah. Okay, fantastic. You get your money's worth for them, don't you? You really feel like you do. So that was the first one that he sort of said. I said, oh, I'll take that, and I'll take Captain Commando. Did I call it Iron Commando? He then messaged me and said, oh, I've dug this one out, have you got it? It's only a cheap, because it was cheap, so it's only a cheap game. I haven't got it. Well, I have now, obviously. Oh, and it is Fighters History Dynamite. So, as you're all aware, you know, the Neo Geo, the AES, it's always renowned mainly for its fighters, one-on-one beat-em-ups, some side-scrollers, not many platformers. Try to think on this one. Yeah, so this is the one that's, where is it there? The Chun-Li rip-off gear, that's it there, her there, you can see her. I had to watch back my Neo Geo, my eyes are going now, I can feel it. I had to watch back my Neo Geo video to sort of see which games I had, because I can't get to them here. They're all here now, can't see them. And it's just easier to watch the video. So there is a bonus to you know, doing stupid videos. Yeah, you've all seen an AES card, I'm sure. Huge behemoths. And there's the manual, but oh god, I did this in the video. The video must be 7 years old or something daft, and even then it's just like I can't get over that smell. It's like I don't know if well, maybe I'm a bit weird. Well, I am a bit weird. But when I was a kid, creosote. You know, when you used to play, when kids used to go out and play, outside. And all the old boys, probably my age, used to creosote the fences, the back garden fences. You just stand there sniffing the creosote, not knowing it's fucking, getting you high as a fucking kite. Solvent abuse. That was what. Just that smell, you have to keep smelling. It's like rubber, fresh rubber, isn't it, and stuff. Now, one that kind of is from Craig, but it's not from Craig. It's from Craig via my mate Rob. So when we were storing out Leeds, obviously Craig had sorted whatever he'd sorted out, because he was storing out at Doncaster the following week. He goes, look, I've got some. I said to him, look, if you want to bring any stuff along, because I sold stuff for Craig before at events. I always say to most people, you don't bring anything, chuck it on the stall, fine, as long as it's not a fucking, big CRT or anything daft like that. And he said, okay, I'll sort some bits out. So he handed me a carrier bag. Minx did, because I think Craig was off doing something else. Handed me a bag, which is the bits you see there, and then handed us another bag. He goes, oh, that's Craig said, can you sell them? And as I picked the bag over, I opened it up, my eyes lit up. Robin, what is it? And I went, because I told him about these AES games, because Rob likes his AES as well. He's like, no way. And I've never seen Rob do it before. And the only way I can liken it is, in the Fellowship of the Ring, when Bilbo meets Frodo at Rivendell, and he sees his ring again, and he goes, is that my ring? Can I just touch it for once? And he goes,
my old ring. Oh, I should very much like to hold it again one last time.
That's what Rob was like, just snatched this bag of AES games off for me. And he thought, I've got to have these, I've got to have these. And I said, fill your boots, because obviously I was on a budget, I hadn't earned any money, so I was obviously just trying to juggle stuff around. So Rob took the lot. He goes, I'll have them all. He goes, I'll sort out he goes, I don't think there's anything. He goes, there may be one or two that are duplicates. Anyway, long story short, it transpires there was 2 that was duplicates. And I said to Rob, look, if there are, I'd be interested in them, depending if I haven't got them. Because they're commonish games, they're not like, commonish for AES. I mean, Christ. One of them was Samurai Showdown, and I've got that. Well, some of the video said I've got it anyway. And the other one was this, which is World Heroes 2. So this is the one that's got like the M. Bison. We were talking about this one. So Rob, I was wrong. Fighters History is the guy, and I can't remember where he is. Is it the blonde guy at the front? Or is it the Ryu ripoff? There's one of them, one of the fighters here. I remember playing it in Skegness Pier with John, because I think it come out not long after Street Fighter 2. And there's one guy in there, and he's just moving. It's like big. He says, well, allegedly he says, big tornado, and obviously he does a punch, and the tornado spins out his hand. Big tornado. But to us as kids, it sounded like baked potato. Baked potato. So I always say it's baked potato. Anyway, so we talked about it, because I say there's a myriad of fighters in the AES and on the AGO systems anyway. But World Heroes is the one that's got Rasputin in it, and obviously, the guy looks like M. Bison, the M. Bison rip-off there. But yeah, World Heroes 2. Fantastic! Yeah, you've seen all this shit before, and it's got the manual. But yeah, honestly, I really need to. You know what? I should get some of these more of these dust bags for my AES titles that are in there. Just keeps dust off them, obviously. So, some fucking absolute cracking games there. That's not it. We're still with Craig's catalogue. I'm going to change this game. Bear with. Right, we're back. Tombi. Which it won't work now. Hopefully it's got an intro. No, it's just got an intro. So yeah, so that was the stuff from. I feel a bit because I've moved stuff around. I have to jig myself around again. Bear with me a sec. Right. So that was from Leeds. I mean, you know, Craig's catalogue. We're still on Craig's catalogue, by the way. Stick with me, stick with me. Fucking hell. So, this is the stuff from Doncaster. Twat. Don't be like Stuart. Don't be a dick and try and be fucking clever and move stuff around live on camera. Too fucking hot for this shit. Whose idea was it to make a fucking video? Knobhead. What the thing is, if I don't make a video now, this stuff's just gonna fucking pile up. Hoarder's paradise. Been spending all my life living in a hoarder's paradise. Right. So still with Craig's catalogue. So we got there, got some breakfast, Rob and myself. So I've talked about Doncaster, going up there, what the plan was. Yada. So we got there, got two Craigs and brekkie, because I think they'd been there relatively early, setting up. Walked through the door, and you could. I didn't even need to try and, like, you know, I wonder where Craig is. The one that had everybody around it. So even all the traders, because there's a new fish, bit like Shawshank. New fish, new fish.
Hey, fish, come over here.
But I did tell him, I pre-warned him. I just sort of said ratty prices, because they'll be be all over you like a fucking, like a rash, like a tramp on chips, as they say. So, and a lot of them aren't going to pay the top end prices of some of the stuff that he's got. They want to do the flipper, you know, and I fucking know that, everyone knows that. But Craig's, I mean, you know, he's got nice stuff anyway. And this, he says, is just like a fraction of it, so fuck knows what else is in there. But there's some Mega Drive games, and I've took a massive fucking chunk out of the Mega Drive. And then Craig again's done me a great price on these, so many thanks, brother. Honestly, really do appreciate it. You know they're going to a good home. You know, instead of being sat in your banana box, smelling bananas, they're now going to sit in my room, stinking of Budweiser vapour, having my dead skin and earwax all coated over them. What better way to finish your life off? Anyway, big bundle of games. Now, one or two of these, one even, I've got because I'm sure my insert's fucked. So when I sort of saw it for this price, I thought, well, I've got to have it for that, if nothing else. So I've left the prices on these, so I'm not going to bother. You can get a rough idea what Craig charged me, so he has really looked after me. So the first one that's kind of like an upgrade at £4, no manual, side pocket. So really happy to get that one. I think mine might be missing the manual, I can't remember. This one's missing the manual, but nice box nonetheless. Let's try and do it for some sort of like, well, I'll do it by Craig's pricing. Let's put it that way. So next up, this is the one that I missed out at, Revival. And the price I paid for it here, it needs a new case. I can do a new case. It hasn't got the manual, which is what my mate Scott Brand was talking about. And that is a 2020 baseball, Super Baseball. So yeah, a little bit faded, I think. Or is it? I don't know actually, because the side looks, the font looks the same as it does there. But it is missing the manual. But as a stopgap, so EA case, you can get them, fucking just get FIFA Soccer. So as a stopgap, to sort of just plug that hole, you know, and again, at a later date, you don't know what's going to happen when these sort of things. I'll upgrade it, or finish it, or complete it, you know, in terms of getting a manual. Going back to Madden, me sort of saying you don't get them really cheap. Well, you do for people like Craig. So NHL 97, I think it's only 96 I'm missing now. This is complete, it's all there. Nice case. God, sweat's going to my eyes again. This one I think is underpriced, because I should see this all the time on the Mega CD. You don't see it very often on the Mega CD now, and I've never seen it on the Mega Drive, and it's Bill Walsh College Football. And the £5 on that one. Say, you know, some of these sports ones, they're not, although that is cheap, what I'm saying is they're generally not that cheap. I put that the wrong way around, haven't I? Twat. This one's missing the manual. Again, nice stopgap, quite happy. It needs a new box, new case, I can do that. Blue Spine from my mate Scott brand. One of two, so technically I'm only the second one now. That is the Smurfs. Fortuitously, Smurfs Travel the World, Smurfs All the Champs, or what do you call it, All the Champs. Smurfs Travel the World on the Mega Drive isn't anywhere near expensive as a Master System one. Yeah, it needs a new case, this Fox. But we can do new cases. New cases is not a problem. And a couple of like, sort of meatier ones here. Still good prices. Blue Spine again from my man Scott Brand, Sega Zombie. NBA Hang Time. That's a nice copy, that is. I did miss out on a game. I'm not sure if he's going to do a video on it. Matt Soul Funk Retro bagged it. And I don't know how I missed it, but the way the Craigs done the store, they put different sections of things everywhere. So I may have overlooked it in a different pile, perhaps. But I say his table was a little bit swamped early doors, so it was kind of like throw your boots. Yeah, feeding frenzy. And the last one, again, I knew this weren't cheap. As soon as I saw it there, I thought, I've got to get it now. And again, for an absolute fucking cracking price. It might, I think, given its stature, it could probably, it doesn't need a new case, but I don't think a new case will do it anyhow. ATP Tennis Tour. Well, it's not ATP Tennis Tour, but I'll call it Tennis Tour. Because it's tennis. Because if you said ATP, you wouldn't know what it was. If I said ATP Tour, you wouldn't really know. Is it Amateur Tennis Professional or something? I can't remember what it's called now. I don't know. So yeah, a big old stackaroonie. Some Mega Drive games. That's down to 72. I did think I said to some of the chaps, you know, sort of said about where are you set and stuff like that. So no, after today, Saturday, I thought I may have just been about 70 or below at 72. That's not bad, and there's some really expensive. I'm not doing Australia. I'm just doing UK PAL, the stuff you could go into the shops and buy. So that doesn't include Lakers versus Celtics, because you couldn't go into the shop to buy that. So none of the Australian ones either. So there's still some really expensive ones like Mega Man Wily Wars, Spider-Man's, Maximum Carnage and stuff like that. So there's still a lot to go at. Right, so that was all the Mega Drive anyway. Back to Craig's catalogue. Then I don't even know what the best way to do these is. Maybe the way I bought them. No, because this is a different set. So he had, I mean, Craig's got everything. A lot of import stuff, that really nice top end, you know, quality fucking import stuff. Not cheap, hence why probably a lot of the dealers didn't touch it. But he had some Super Famicom games, and just the way the store was, and it's no slight, because trust me, my store looks like a fucking shit tip, and there's no easy way to display it, but it's good to have a rummage. And that's always a dilemma whenever you do a stall, and the amount of stuff he had, I think he even said, when I went over to see him, I said, oh, is that sold, is that sold? He goes, no, I've had to take them off because there's too much stuff on the stall. Anyway, he had a lot of arcade stuff, a lot of figures, a lot of collectible merch. So, you know, you kind of have to try and balance it right. And obviously this is early doors, don't forget. So he's still finding his feet and stuff. And he had some Super Famicom games. And there's some really expensive ones out there, you know, like Hagani and stuff like that. And there was these other ones, and the one I looked at, and I'm sure I said, "Oh, I'm sure Alex has got that," or we've got the American version. I can't remember what it's called now. Russian, some driving game, Racing Heat or something like that. He went, "Oh," and Craig sort of said, "I'm not sure. I think it might be something similar, but it's not the same game." So I don't know. And then anyway, I started looking under the games because they were just piled up, and because you can't see below them, and obviously because it's all in kanji, you know, you can't just look at the spine to see stuff. So I started lifting them all up, and I saw this one, and I went to pick it up. He went, "That's a good game." I went, and then as soon as he said the name, I said, "Yes, I know, because I've been looking out for this, because there's a translation patch for it for the Retron. It's all in English. And I just know it's Hamlin Violin. There's a proper name for it, and you can always Google it. But it's a really good, really quirky platformer. And it's just one of these ones, because what God, when I started doing the Retron 5, I just go on to romhacking.net, look on there and sort of see what's newly been converted and stuff. And this was one of them. I mean, can't see what it is, but it's all in great condition. They gave great prices from Craig. He did have a price on it, but because on the cardboard, I was like, I'm just going to take this off, just in case it needs any residuals, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, it's Summit Hamlin Violin. But really, one of the typical quirky Japanese platformers. I haven't played it clearly, so I can't give you too much more than that. It's just one on the list. I said to him, there's another one as well, and I think it got. It didn't. It got a PlayStation release. It's called SOS. Now, did it get an American release? I can't remember. But basically, you're on a Titanic, and it's like the characters like Prince of Persia. I think it's rotoscoped, or you know, motion captured, and that's meant to be a really good platform as well. That's on the PlayStation. Okay, now it's 37.7 degrees now. Look. Yeah, and obviously, still with Craig's catalogue. I just babbled on. I don't even know what I was saying. Doing this bit again. Right, the next three. So I've paid for all the Mega Drive. Hamlin, I haven't paid for yet, and these three haven't paid for yet. He hasn't even given me a price on them. I got that far in the previous attempt. And it's not that it's not that I kind of dislike owing people money. I just don't like them to think that I'm not paying them back. If that makes sense. I like everyone to be happy, everyone to be squared away. But Craig being Craig, I told you before, he's like a fucking drug dealer. He makes it too easy for you. And again, quite similar to the sort of AES stuff or whatever. It's kind of like, it's a great price. I'm probably not going to see it again. If you see it on eBay, it's, you know, ridiculous prices, and sometimes you have to take the opportunities when they arise. So yeah, I've got to obviously sell a few vital organs to pay for some of these things. Now I've got to spin a few wheels, and I say I don't want to be owing Craig. Not in a horrible way. I just don't want to be owing anybody anything. If that makes sense. So Craig Minx was obviously helping Craig's Here Again out. Go and check Minx's channel. He's done a part 1 of some of the stuff that he's got from Craig's, you know, refocus or whatever you want to call it, trimming the fat or whatever. Yeah, and that stuff, and that's only part 1, and that's amazing. Fortuitously enough for me, Minx already had this game, and we were sort of chatting about it. He goes, "Oh, I would have had it, but I've already got it." There's a little like dink at the front here, which he pointed out, which is honest enough. And I'm sure, again, I'll speak to Craig. I'm sure he said, "Oh, he'll do me a deal on this one." So I said, "Do you know what? I've got to have it. I've got to have it. I've got it." I haven't got it Japanese at all. I've got Snatcher. I've got the a copied German version, you know, the intro's German. So them's actually don't know, 'cause it's on the PC Engine. Now you should know what game it is. It is Dracula X. It's an absolute fantastic game. So Retro Dave Arcade. It's what you need to get into, boy. Get them Hue cards. Whew. Super CD, arcade CDs, where it's at. Oh God, my eyes. Yeah. So the only blemish, you know, I'm not a perfectionist, but you know, you can tell by my fucking videos I'm not a perfectionist. It's got like just where, you know, the internal hang tab, the pins. So one of them is obviously rubbed, or someone's pushed it the wrong way at some point, whatever life. So yeah, really happy to get that. You know, it's like I say, he made it too easy. So fuck it. Got to sell a liver. Well, my liver's fucked. No one's going to want my liver. And that was it then. We were done. God, my eyes are stinging. And he pointed this one out. Because he was sort of saying, oh, that's a good game, that's a good game. Get this one. And there was another one he pointed out. And I kind of ummed and ahed. It's like a side-scrolling platformer. Pink one, Fortressa or Fortress or Fortress or Fortressa. Can't remember, something or other. And he's banging on about that, and I didn't really recognise it. And he pointed this one out and said, "Oh, what's that about?" And then as I turned it over, and I'm not lying here, I'm not making this bit up. I went, "I fucking played that in the arcades." He went, "Yeah, it's an arcade." Because no one, it's a hidden gem. No one even knows it. I said, "No, that was in my youth club. I distinctly remember playing this game." Demon World. I'm sure it's Demon World. I could be fucking wrong. I'm stupid. It does look one of them weird because it's got like a board. It looks like a budget game. But you see these little characters here, and I distinctly remember playing this. This was definitely in our youth club. God, so hot. I'm sure it's Demon World. So, Super CD-ROM System 2, Dave. So along with that one, and I'd sort of done okay. I think at this point it's just to get towards the end of the day. So I'd made a bit of money with Rich. So I was kind of like the stuff that I'd bought before, I kind of offset it. So I wasn't out of pocket. And like I say, Craig's some of the top end stuff left. So again, talking about, went back. So there was Demon World still there. And there's another, I say, because it was winding down, I think a lot of traders had some bunts, as old school would like to say on them. So I'm guessing again, they've got money for what they made from the day. They think it's the end of the day. They think Craig's going to give it all away, which I told him, don't do that, mate. Just bring it again to the next show. Which he did. I think he stood by his guns. I think he was savvy enough to do that. Because Craig Minx had obviously done a deal with CraigsHereAgain for a certain game, which one guy had his eyes and come over, and Craig had already bought it, which I thought was quite funny. And he wrote up. So I was over there. We kept going backwards and forwards and chatting anyway. And I sort of said, "Oh, it's Demon World today." He said, "Yeah." He goes, "Go on, take it, Stu. Put it on the whatever." I was like, "Okay, fuck it. Yeah, go on. Let's just do it. Let's do it." Let's say you only live once, don't you? But along with that, I'd seen this one here. I had to go and find Craig. I think he's talking to Aunt Harper, because I know there's one, and I kept. Even I get confused. Believe that or not. Believe it or not. Believe my brain's frying or not. Fucking hell, 38.7 degrees. I said, "Is this the game that's the shit version on the PC Engine?" He went, "No." I said, "Are you sure?" Because he had Double Dragon 2. He goes, "Double Dragon 2's not meant to be a great one." He goes, "But he quite liked it, and he had Double Dragon 2 there. I was tempted by that." He goes, "The one you're thinking of." And I said, and as he went to say, I said, "Is it Golden Axe?" He went, "Yes." So Golden Axe on the PC Engine is a pile of shit, which is a shame, because you would have thought it would be absolutely brilliant. So I was kind of there or thereabouts. I knew there was one sort of arcade port that was shit. This is an arcade port. He goes, "No, this is really good. It's got the cutscenes and everything." There is none other than the Mighty Strider. I mean, look at that artwork. This is what you're missing out on, Dave. So that's where we finished up. And this is an arcade CD-ROM. So you've got to be careful. I think there's only a handful of arcade games. I definitely know the cheapest one is one of the beat-em-ups, isn't it? It's not Fatal Fury. It's not Art of Fighting. Oh, for fuck's sake! I've got it. Got it down there somewhere. It's. I think there's. I don't know. Someone better tell me. There's only a handful of arcade ones anyway. But I say I got the Duo R with the expanded with the actual arcade card. The Duo card. I think it's a Duo card. Plays everything. So yeah. Not that I'm going to play any of these. Am I, guys? They're just going to sit on the shelves. Currently, they smell of bananas. They've been in banana boxes for, what did Craig say, like 10 years. I said, well, yeah, they'll sit on my shelf for another 20 years maybe, if I live that long. So that is it from Craig's catalogue. thank you and goodbye. No, that's it. That is it though. But I mean, huge thanks to Craig. All you're going to see on my video is me doing this all the time. Fucking hell, man. Yeah, 38.7. But yeah, he's really looked after him. He made it too easy. So yeah, I need to get myself out of Craig's back pocket. Sharpish. Do I do the tales from the booter now? Motherfucking rolling on. I'm fucking sweating anyway like a motherfucker. What was it, like a paedophile in a Santa suit? Big E says that. Lesbian in the fish market.